Okay, this is September the 28th, and this is Progressive Revelation Christian Church, and we are continuing part 2 of sowing into the Man of God. I want to try to illustrate sowing and reaping in the most basis level first, because a lot of people question the viability of the process, but we have seen it work in some form or fashion or another. It's just we haven't equated it when it comes to your finance. Now, if you can see naturalistic earthly things about sowing and reaping, you've seen it in some capacity if you haven't seen it monetarily. That's the same, that's synonymous to Galatians 6:7 saying, be not deceived, you reap what you sow. Now, I don't care how long, we'll put it this way. Naturally speaking, if you got weeds in your yards or some unwanted weed, the way they kill that weed a lot of time is they'll germinate it with so many grass seeds that the grass seeds will eventually die it out, kill it out. Now, I said it to say this. The first time you do something wrong, that's usually not enough time to produce the harvest. But when you consistently, continually keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you will experience a period of long suffering, not to be confused with mercy. Because long suffering is God giving you an unusually long time to repent because he don't want you to perish by your ways. And if you continue sowing and sowing in that direction, and after all this time frame, eventually you're going to sow right until that harvest come right back, because what goes around comes around. Now that's just a base understanding of sowing. Now I'm going back to the subject matter of sowing into the Man of God. Remember last week I left off at Philippians chapter 4. And I also explained that sowing into the Man of God is distinctly different than paying your tithes and offering, because you pay the tithes and offering so that there be meat in the Lord's house. So what you give to the house of God is distinctly different than what you give to the Man of God. Read it one more time. But I rejoiced in the Lord greatly. This is Paul speaking. Philippians chapter 4, verse 10. That now at the last your care of me have flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want. See, I'm not teaching you this because I desire a gift or I need something. It ain't about whether I need it or not. For I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Because I can do all things through Christ which strengthened me. Notwithstanding, you have well done that you did communicate with my affliction. Now you Philippians know also that in the beginning of the gospel, when I departed from Macedonia, no church communicated with me as concerning giving and receiving, but you only. For even in Thessalonica you sent once and again unto my necessity. He's not talking about the church. Not because I desire a gift, verse 17, which is synonymous to what he said in verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of want neither. So I'm not teaching you to sow into my life because I want something. And I'm not doing it because I'm desiring a gift either. But I desire fruit that may abound to your accounts. See, there's some blessings and increase that's triggered in your lives when you sow into the man of God that teach you the word of God. And what Paul is saying, I'm not teaching this to you because I want something or I desire gifts. But what it is that I desire is that fruit that may abound to your account. So when I fail to teach sowing into the man of God, I rob you of a conduit of blessings that God promised that he will pour on you if you participate in this type of giving. Verse 17, not because I desire a gift, but I desire fruit that may abound to your account. But I have all and abound. I am full, having received of Epaphroditus the things which were sent from you. Now notice what he describes the giving to the man of God as. An odor of a sweet smell, a sacrifice acceptable, well pleasing to God. But my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. Now, I left off last week because I ran out of time. I said it's a lot of Christians claiming the Philippians 4:19 benefit. But they didn't segregate that benefit from the corresponding action that triggers the benefit. They say, oh, my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory. But that's a benefit for those that gives unto the man of God that teaches you the word of God. But you got folks that don't sow into the man of God, but try to think they can claim that benefit. And that's not correct. There are tithes and orphan benefits, but I didn't taught that already. And I'm not going to reteach it again on this series because I want you to understand this. Now keep in mind, whenever you teach something, you should see it in more than one place in the Bible. Theology 101 says this. If it's truly a maxim, I should be able to show it to you in more than one place. And if I can only show it to you in one place, there's a strong probability that I might be taking something out of context.